Good morning. I'm the Moon Mama. Today is Monday, and Monday is governed by the moon, and the moon is in Capricorn. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. The moon in Capricorn. So, Capricorn is the constellation where all of this new reality that we are in right now has come to life. Capricorn is the constellation that governs our structures. It's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is time, discipline. Um, it's the skeletal structure. It's Saturn governs our nails, our hair, the things that the bones. It governs the bones, right? And so we can see now that we're in this experience collectively where the bones of our culture, of our systems, are coming undone and being redefined. So we're watching our health system come undone. We're watching our education system come undone. We're watching our religious system come undone. Our government shatter. Like everything is coming undone. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, let me stop. Let me say that this is challenging. I know you guys know it's challenging. But it's challenging for me, even though I do the astrology, even though I have an expectation of things to come, the actual experience of it. There's one thing for something to be theoretical, and it's another thing for it to be actual and real. And so I have spent the last few days just really being in solitude. I've been with clients, but really, not being in my normal relationships and relating, just so that I can feel my own energy and source myself, because I am very clear that I'm born for this moment. We all are. We're all born for this, but I know that I am. I know that I know my purpose in it. Anybody can know their purpose in it, not just me. Anybody can, and even though there are times where I feel really excited, it's challenging, and we're in a new era. So today, the moon in Capricorn is an opportunity for us to look at our feelings, how we're feeling about this experience, and then it's an opportunity for us to really take responsibility. That's what Saturn is. Saturn is about responsibility. It's about taking responsibility for your own health, for your child's education, for your own spiritual connection to the divine. Like really knowing that what you are is a unique expression of God, and how God expresses through you is not how it expresses through everyone else. One of the things that's challenging for me right now is recognizing that I have people in my life who I'm very close to who have a different signature, a different spiritual signature than I do. So what they're experiencing now is not what I'm experiencing now. And because I have a Pisces rising, my tendency is to um, I'm an empath, so I can feel other people's stuff. Now, that's great for me and my clients, right? And that's great when I'm supporting people, because then I can feel what they can't feel. I can read what they're not saying, and I can support them in that. But when I'm with people who I'm not supporting, when it's just friends or family and they're in some other thing and I'm not working, I can feel that, and it pulls and tugs in me. And so I have to really create solitude. Capricorn, another thing about Capricorn is solitude and going your own path and doing it your way, because everyone's structure, everyone's skeleton is different. And so I'm in this process right now of differentiating myself, of separating myself from frequencies that are not in alignment with who I am and what I'm doing. And that's challenging, because that means people that I'm very close to, that I've been, very connected to up till now, because of my work, I cannot maintain those connections, because the work is now so prevalent. And so I'm taking responsibility for myself. So how can you take responsibility for yourself. How can you take responsibility for your child's education in a more deliberate, internal way? How can you take responsibility for your own health, and how can you take responsibility for your connection to the divine, your own relationship with God? Like, I know that my relationship with God is not everybody else's relationship with God. So I have a different experience than other people do. We all do. We all do. We're made that way. It's supposed to be that way. So how can we step into these issues? Now, today, the moon is going to be in I think it's going to make an aspect with Chiron. So that means that our wounds, the things that call us to have more courage will show up today. The things that cause us to have to stand for ourselves. So you might find yourself in an experience where your early childhood patterning is up for you. And so, but it's 360 degrees of perception, right? So you can look at one situation from 360 different perspectives. And so if you had one perspective already and that perspective is not serving you any longer, you just ask, what else is here? How else can I see this? And then bring your attention to it and ask your higher self to show you a new perspective. If you just imagine, an ant doesn't have the same perspective as an elephant. A tiger doesn't have the same perspective as a giraffe. So you can access all of these different perspectives within yourself if you're willing to. And so today, as we're moving through, the moon is in Capricorn, and we're moving through the undoing of our structures and the dissolving of our old ways of being. Wah, wah, wah. We get to ask ourselves, what else can I see? And I guarantee you there's another way to see it. There always is. And so gratitude is a really easy way to access, like, what can I be grateful for here? What can I be grateful for? And that can help you go into another way of seeing something. And usually it'll reveal itself. So my new moon course starts tomorrow. The new moon is going to be in Taurus in a week from now, and so we're going to be working with money, our energy around money, our capacity to understand our ability to transform something through our senses, right? Through touch, hearing, smelling, tasting, and then really understanding that our senses are governed through a deep sense of self, a deep sense of understanding ourselves. So it's really this opportunity to come into understanding ourselves, our value, our worth, and then how that understanding, when you understand your value and your worth, how that translates in the material world, how that translates into your capacity to make money, how that translates into your capacity to be in loving relationships. When you know yourself, what you then can create through deep self-love, deep self-acceptance, and an understanding of your own value. So if that feels significant for you as we're moving through this time when jobs are changing and all of our lives are changing, you have to come in and recalibrate your own value, recalibrate who you know yourself to be so that you can then have a new experience of value. So if you want to do that, let me know. If you want to do new moon readings, natal chart readings, or any of those things, I'm available for that as well. Have a wonderful Monday, moon in Capricorn. Peace and blessings, everyone. I'm the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.